The Pittsburgh Steelers are welcoming Diontae Johnson back to the AFC North. The former third-round pick was acquired by the Baltimore Ravens in a trade with the Carolina Panthers, making it his second trade of the season. He now comes back to the second-place team in the North. He rejoins a contender, and to be very honest with you, the Ravens just became a very serious threat for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Not like they were not one already. And everybody will say, oh, he's not a star, this, that. To be honest, you can have your opinions about Diontae Johnson, and Pittsburgh Steelers fans have very heavy opinions about Diontae Johnson, but the facts are simple. He is one of the most consistent and reliable route runners in football. He adds a completely different element to the Baltimore Ravens offense, and he is certainly a good wide receiver in the NFL. Some would say a star wide receiver in the NFL. The Pittsburgh Steelers traded him to the Carolina Panthers, and they were looking to get rid of some of the noise and add a corner. They thought it was a win-win, and truthfully, it probably was. But this is not a bad move for Baltimore. This does not lower the bar or heighten the bar. This 100% makes them a much bigger threat for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And now the Steelers must respond, because you could look at Devontae Adams, you can look at Brandon Ayuk, you can look at all of these trades that did not happen for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and with other teams going other places like DeAndre Hopkins ending up with the Kansas City Chiefs. It's simple. This is the first time that the Pittsburgh Steelers can look at a move and say, that threatens our playoff chances. That threatens our road to a home playoff game this season. That's where it started. They did not look too far outside of the AFC North. They would not look at the Kansas City Chiefs and say, that is our biggest threat and we need to beat them. They will look at the Baltimore Ravens and say, this is a massive concern and we need to get better. So for everybody sitting around, hoping for a wide receiver trade, waiting for a wide receiver trade, chances are it's going to happen now, or at least it adds the pressure to make it happen now, because the Pittsburgh Steelers watched their biggest threat, their biggest rival, get much better. Now they need to get much better, because George Pickens, Calvin Austin, Van Jefferson, and Scotty Miller are not going to be enough to compete with Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman, and Diontae Johnson. It's just not going to happen. This is now on Pittsburgh and Omar Khan. The pressure was high. Now it's higher. The urgency was high. Now it's higher. It just feels like they're next, and they've been next. They've just been waiting. Now, for those who say, why not get Diontae Johnson? Why did you not go get the guy that was an easy option for you? Well, he wasn't. The Pittsburgh Steelers were unable to acquire Diontae Johnson because of the NFL's rule stopping them from landing a player via trade that they traded away within 2 seasons. So they had to wait 2 years before they can trade back for Diontae Johnson. He wasn't an option for them. Maybe Darius Slayton, maybe Jacoby Myers, maybe Cooper Kupp is. And I would imagine the Steelers are looking to hunt for one. And this adds some pressure. And that pressure is already high. Now it's just become higher. Diontae Johnson comes back to the AFC North. He joins a contender. For those of you who are not a big fan of Diontae Johnson, it doesn't matter. He still adds another talent, a really good talent, to the Baltimore Ravens offense. And the Steelers must match it to keep up.